Now that we have seen how to do remote show using Mac, let's do a remote show for Windows process. Here I'm connected to a virtual device, the Windows virtual device, and let's expand the screen a bit. On this screen, you need to download the BUT encoder. So let's go over here. As usual with everything on Windows, it's a bit slow. It depends upon your hardware as well. Unless you're using a Surface, then it's great. Let me see. Okay, probably it's opening up on another screen. Give it some time. While it's loading, remember the softwares that you need are the BUT software, and that's pretty much it. There's nothing else you need to do. Once you open, search for BUT encoder, download, choose this option from the maker, and download the Windows setup. Basically, the first option, not the one without the installer. Once you open that, then open Explorer, or if it's difficult that way, you can go over here. You should see it over here, the BUT encoder. Once you open up the BUT encoder, you should see this. Now, before we do anything over here, let's open sound settings. You can see the sound option over here. Right-click on this and click on Open Sound Settings. Sound settings are shown over here. Set your device, your default output device, to your headphones. That should be the first one over here. Enable stereo mix. So now, right-click again on the sound speaker. Click on Sounds. And over here, you should see the output to the speakers or the headphones on this screen. The output to your speakers or headphones Once you do that, under the control panel and related settings, you then go to sound control panel, the one that we opened up over here, sound control panel, go to the recording tab, right-click and enable show disabled devices. So that's selected over here, so we are seeing the show disabled devices. Right-click on stereo mix and set as default. It's already set as default, so we don't want to do that, but if it's not, then you will see the default option. Now let's configure the BUT encoder to use a stereo mix. Click on Settings, click on Audio, and under the audio settings, set stereo mix or stereo mix Realtek audio. So that's the one that you chose over here. You need to tinker around and see because it's not standard for every Windows system. For the secondary audio device, select Line, or USB-C audio codec or whatever you have connected to your PC. This will be the microphone that you need to use. Once you do that, remember that you need to enable microphone monitoring. Right-click on the speaker icon that you have, open sound settings, listen. So I'm taking the normal graphic card over here, right-click, properties. So let's do that again, right-click, properties, listen tab, listen to this device, click on apply. I won't be doing that right now, but once you hit apply, then you basically need to go back to button encoder and toggle your microphone on and off accordingly. Then you need to basically do that only if you do not have a mute switch on your microphone. All the possibilities cannot be listed over here because it really depends. But the ideal operation would be that you hit play over here and then you basically choose the option that you want to for the microphone that you want to speak to. So you hit stop, disconnect from the server, you choose your microphone over here, you hit play, you reconnect to the server, and when you're done basically, then you hit stop, deselect your microphone, put it back to none, and then hit playback. So you're streaming back again on the air. That's pretty much for the setup of Windows. It's not that easy compared to Mac, but also it's not that hard. It really depends upon what you have and what kind of device you use. So that's it for the Mac setup, or rather, the Windows setup for streaming the software. Note, you need permission from the station manager before you attempt this. You need to get approval from the station manager well in advance, and you need to share your time as well and be available at the time. If you run into any issues, you should communicate that beforehand.